This is Ian Lamont. I've been a seller on Etsy, Amazon, and Shopify for a number of years, and today I'm going to show you how to set up an inbound Flexport shipment for your Etsy store for the holidays if you're using Flexport for fulfillment. If this video helps, please take a moment to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So we're looking at the Flexport portal. I've already set this up. I've already integrated it with my Etsy store, as well as other stores that I have, including eBay, Shopify, and there's one other one that escapes my memory right now. But basically what I want to make sure is I want to make sure that one of the products that I have, it is this one right here, has enough inventory for the holidays. So it's called 5 Generation Pedigree Chart Sturdy Sheet. So that's what I'm going to be doing. To get started on an inbound shipment for your Etsy store, click on inbounds, and then on the right side of the page you'll see create inbound. You'll click that, then you'll come to a page like this, and depending on where your supplier is, in my case we work with another small business on production. We do the design, they do the production, and so it's going to be domestic origin. Here is the name of our supplier, very good supplier by the way. And if I was shipping this out of my house, as a lot of Etsy sellers do, I would check this off. This is a residential location. In this case, I'm not going to do this. This is actually a business location. They have a loading dock and everything like that. So I'm going to click next. And then it says two options here. So I want multi-channel fulfillment by Flexport. So what they mean by multi-channel fulfillment is you're sending it out to different platforms like Etsy and Shopify and Walmart or whatever. Click next. And then I want Flexport DTC fulfillment network. So DTC means direct to consumer. And the idea is someone's going to my Etsy store, they're seeing something they want, they're placing an order, and then Flexport will fulfill it on my behalf. It's kind of all automated on the back end. Click next. And then we come to this thing, which says individual products or case packed products. So I'm actually sending in an odd lot right now. So I'm going to just do individual products. If I had a regular setup, like let's say I was making hats and I had 50 hats per box, it's always the same dimensions, I would choose case pack products. That's not an issue here. Let's get rid of this. And then I've already selected the item here. So one thing I want to note here, there's a warning here. It says this product already has over 3 months of supply in e-com fulfillment. Now, one of the issues that comes up with this is Flexport is looking at the previous 3 months of data. And it's true. I do have 3 months of supply if you're looking at the previous 3 months of data for my Etsy store. The problem is it's right before the holidays and the holiday sales go up. So actually what's going to happen is my sales, it's reasonable for me to assume that my sales are going to double, and I'm going to really go through my e-com fulfillment, the stock that I already have there, plus I'm going to need some extra room for the additional sales that will come in, plus I want to have some extra items there in January and February. So I'm sending in more than enough. I'm going to be sending in 10 units. It's not a huge amount, but for this one, it'll basically make it, according to the previous data, about 5 months of supply, but actually I'm pretty confident that it's going to be perfect for the holidays and also take me into January as well. So that's what I want. Flexport gives you all these other options. Try Flexport Prep, so they can put on barcodes, they can bag them, damage protection. I don't need that for this, so I'm just going to say skip. I don't need prep. It checks to make sure that the barcodes and the UPC are the same, and this is correct. I know that. And then it gives me the option for downloading barcodes. I don't need them. So here it asks for forwarding plan or direct plan. So let me explain how Flexport works. Flexport has a network of warehouses across the country. Let's say that there's 10 of them. You have the option of either sending in one big box to a single Flexport location and then Flexport will kind of farm them out to the other boxes, or you can send individual boxes to each one of the 10 warehouses, or maybe 5 warehouses or something like that. If you do it direct, that is you make 5 small boxes to 5 different warehouses, Flexport will charge you more because you're doing 5 separate shipments, but it'll be much faster. It'll get there. It'll be available for sale within 1 to 3 days. So if I was in a hurry, I might choose that, but I'd have to pay the price. I'd be paying more shipping. I'm going to be doing the forwarding plan. I'm doing this far in advance of the holidays. Flexport says they want everything in there by mid-October. Let's say November 1st is the absolute drop-dead day for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So I have plenty of time. I have more than a month to go. So I'm going to choose the forwarding plan. It's cheaper. Flexport will break them up for me and send them out to the right warehouses. I'm good with that. I'm going to click submit. one other thing worth mentioning, Flexport doesn't differentiate between items that you're sending to Etsy versus items that you're sending to Shopify or someone else. And the important thing to remember about that, if you're doing more than one type of platform, let's say Etsy and Shopify, and Etsy you put in a special handwritten note or something like that, you cannot break them up that way. Flexport doesn't care if you have, a special box that has the same item, but it has a special, thank you note for your Etsy customers versus a different thing that Shopify people get. So you just have to be aware of that. My products, some of them will go to Etsy customers, some of them will go to Shopify customers, and I don't make any differentiation between them in the box or the package for that particular ISBN. Sorry, not ISBN, for that particular UPC code. And actually, the packaging that I designed for this particular product, it includes a thank you note that's generic to anyone that it gets to. And if I want to personalize stuff, I'll be using Etsy's own tools for that. So I'm going to be choosing small parcel delivery in Flexport Partner, which will be UPS, sometimes it's DHL. So total quantity 10, number per box. So I only have one box, and it's 10 per box, it's one box. So let's say if I had five per box, I would do 5, and then I would do 2, and the number would be 10. But it's actually a single box. It's not that big. And then the box weight, it's already weighted out, and the weight is 6. The dimensions are 12 by 9 by 3. So you can see these are really relatively small items, and I think we're good. And then I'm going to confirm and estimate cost. And once you confirm this particular Flexport inbound shipment, you can't make any changes. So it's giving me an estimate. Total shipping cost is $6.94. One thing I've discovered with Flexport for the shipments that I prepare, usually if it's like under 15 pounds, it'll always be $6.94. It's going from the Boston area to a warehouse in New Jersey. It's always $6.94. It actually encourages me to put more things in the box, more units in the box, but I also have to keep in mind that I don't want to overload the Flexport fulfillment center with stuff that won't sell, and then I'll be charged, long-term storage fees by Flexport. So look into that and make sure that you understand that before you confirm anything or before you prepare a big shipment. I'm going to confirm, and then it's checking to make sure the payment method's correct. That is correct. Whether it's a credit card, and then you can download your labels. So you're generating your labels now. It may take a few minutes to complete, and then it will go to my hard drive. And then basically what I'm going to do for the PDF that they generate, I'm either going to send it straight to my supplier, I'll email it to them as an attachment, or maybe if there's some prep that I have to start out, I'll put it on the box myself and then pass it off to them or whatever. So let's take a look at it. So one thing to understand about Flexport, when you'll see these box content labels with these bizarre names like yawningly dazzling hair. So it's like an adverb, adjective, and then the name of an animal. There's a reason for this. It's actually a pretty good reason. And if you do Amazon, for instance, or other platforms, they don't differentiate between your shipments sometimes. It's just like just a random set of numbers and letters. I think Amazon calls them NSKU codes or something like that, or special type of box code. By doing it this way with Flexport, by making this funny looking name, it's easy to remember. So if you're doing multiple shipments and you open a PDF, you can kind of like say, dazzling hair, that's the one with the 10 units of maroon bar. So that's what I want. There's instructions on how you should pack things up. Pay attention to those. It's important. I think if you use some sort of other Etsy related fulfillment service in the past, note that not everybody works the same. So make sure that you understand Flexport's rules about that. And then finally, the not only the UPS label but also the Flexport label that they need for their warehouses. And there's another page here. So I'm just gonna send this to my supplier and I'll be good to go. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it and follow me. And also, if you go to my official website, there's a link in the show notes. Go to blog, and I have lots of free advice about using different platforms, oftentimes Amazon, sometimes Shopify, sometimes Etsy. And I hope that you find it useful. So I hope to see you next time, and good luck with your holiday sales.